Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back with a new Viking Orations. Got another review for you today, and this time I'm going to be talking about the band Bloodletter and the reissue of their debut EP, Malignancy. Now, if you're not familiar with Bloodletter, they are a thrash metal band from Chicago, Illinois. Been around since 2012, featuring Pat Armamentos on guitar, Pete Carparelli on guitars and vocals, Tanner Hudson on bass, and Zach Sutton on the drums, at least for this particular release here. As I said, this is their debut EP. It is 6 tracks, just a little under 13 minutes in length. Originally put out in 2014 by the band themselves. The band have decided to reissue it this year on CD, and Wise Blood Records actually reissued it on cassette, limited to 100 copies. So yeah, depending on what format you want, you can pick it up in either one, or if you're like me, you get both. But yeah, this was my first time hearing this band, and I was really impressed. Things kick off with the sound of a church bell and what sounds like, the cries of a bunch of crows or maybe even ravens, just really setting a really creepy atmosphere. Then this slow riff starts in. And I love how they layered the guitars here with this guitar riff before the vocals and the rest of the instruments finally kick in about 56 seconds into the song, and then we are off to the races. The guitars on here have a great tone with lots of fast, thrashy riffs, and even some more kind of black metal-ish, tremolo sounding riffs, as well as some sections that set onto a nice headbangable groove or gallop, and has some really nice guitar solos on here. A good example, track number 5, Poisonous Affair at 2:43. I love that solo and how it transitions into a twin guitar solo a la Judas Priest. The bass on here is thick tone with a nice twang to it, and it's easily heard throughout, laying down a solid backbone throughout all the songs. When you get into track number 2, Reputation for Cruelty, at the 31-second mark, it gets a brief moment to shine, and you really get to hear how good that tone is. And then again, at the beginning of track 4, Skull Splitter, it gets a little bit of a moment to kind of briefly shine on its own, so you can hear how thick and twangy that tone is. Overall, I thought the drum production was really solid with a good snap to the snare. I love the kick drum sound, and the double bass on here gets really fast at times, and really impressed with that. Overall, some great patterns, rolls, and fills. I love the blast beats on here. Again, going back to track number 5, Poisonous Affair, the opening to that song actually has a serious painkiller vibe to it. If you mean that beat and everything just really reminded me of Painkiller. Even the guitars, when they kicked in, kind of reminded me of Painkiller by Judas Priest, which is not a bad thing because that's one of my all-time favorite Judas Priest songs. Vocally, you get kind of your standard pissed off, thrashy shout to it. But overall, I think Pete turns in a really solid performance vocally. And honestly, overall, I think this is an absolute banger of an EP and a great debut for this band. I love the fast, heavy riffs on here. Everything, in my opinion, is well written and executed, and I definitely need to check out the rest of this band's catalog. I give this a solid 9 out of 10, and of course, it has that really badass artwork. And I might as well show you the disc here. There's the disc artwork and the lineup. But yeah, I will be leaving links down below so you can check this out for yourself. Definitely pick up a copy if you like what you hear. Last time I checked, CDs and tapes were still available. But like I said, I will be leaving links down below so you can check these out for yourself. 9 out of 10 from me. Go check out Bloodletter. That is going to do it. Thank you all so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.